Hey everyone, Heartless here bringing you guys another daily StarCraft 2 Legacy the Void match. Today it is going to be a Protoss vs Protoss on Orbital Shipyard. So, to start us off, spawning in the top right hand corner, playing as our red Protoss, it is oLiM. And spawning in the bottom left hand position, as our blue Protoss, quite possibly my favorite color on Protoss, it is none other than Welmu. Welmu, actually one of my more favorite Protoss players. I really enjoy watching him play and watching his strategies as they come out. He's a fantastic and phenomenal player. There's reason he's made it to WCS many times. He's just so good. Alright, as for what our players are going to decide to go with, it looks like oLiM is going to be going with a Nexus first. And yes, there it goes. So Nexus, Gateway, and it looks like Welmu is going to be going for double assimilators. Is he going to fully saturate them? No. Okay, so the assimilators are not fully saturated, which means it's not going to be any type of really crazy fast tech or anything like that, or any type of all-in, which is good, especially on Orbital Shipyard. It's actually a rather big map, and it's kind of hard to pull those off. Anyway, Welmu going to be going here for, looks like, yeah, double gateway cybernetics core. So going to try and be a little bit more aggressive, while as oLiM has decided to only go with one gateway. Now this double gateway also might be indicative of something in the future, possibly, dare I even say, Dark Templar, possibly double adept production. As a matter of fact, there's a really good chance this is going to be double adept. We'll find out here in just a sec, because nothing's being built. He's been banking it up, and there we go, double adept. So a double adept production is what it is going to be for Welmu. Going to try and see if he can get a couple probe kills for his troubles. By the time that the adepts get here, though, I think oLiM should have enough of a defense, because he's going to have his own double gateways down as well. And to his benefit, he's also going to have that second Nexus already up and running, so he'll have that probe production and that mineral income from that as well. Whereas Welmu's still on one base, wanting to get that second base though, and there it goes. He does plop down his Nexus. Looks like oLiM's going to still. I like oLiM's position. His opening was a little bit more economically aggressive, I guess, is how I'll put it. And I think this is going to pay off for him, because his own stalkers are going to be out in time to shut these adepts down. The adepts might get a couple kills, but at this point, oLiM's already he's already on double probe production, so this is going to be good for him. Now, one thing I did fail to mention was that when the Twilight Council went down, what followed it up? Nothing else but a Dark Shrine. So double adept production plus Dark Templar. Oh, what a day. Gotta love Protoss vs Protoss. Unfortunately, I believe this adept is going to meet a timely demise. Timely for oLiM, untimely for Welmu. Gets over here, no probes to kill. No probes to kill, and it's gonna die. Soccer should be able to take it down right about now. Yep, okay. So no more scouting for Welmu at this point, but yes, he definitely does want to go ahead and get these Dark Templar over here into the base of oLiM. Now oLiM, his robotics facility is still not done, so this could hit pretty hard, because I don't think he knows about that Dark Shrine. He does not. He has no idea about the Dark Shrine here. If oLiM doesn't go Observer, the game is pretty much over. I hate to say it like that, but that's the way it is. Hopefully he goes Observer, and yes, he does. Okay, good. Good presence by oLiM. In PvP, one of the very first units, if not the first, that comes out of your robotics facility should be an Observer. Now, are these Dark Templar going to be able to get in past the Stalkers before it finishes? And it is, yes, they do. It does get past it. However, he does see the Dark Templar, but he only sees one of them. He doesn't see the other one going to his natural as well. So he'll be able to shut this one down here pretty good. But this Dark Templar is already starting to get kills. I believe he's already at 3. But the other Dark Templar was cleaned up, and he should see him. Okay, he gets the block. Nice body block by these Stalkers, and they're going to pick up that Dark Templar. 3 probe kills for trouble. I don't think two Dark Templar was worth it. But it was at least a shot. Okay, Blink going down for both of them. 2 more gateways in production by oLiM, along with a excuse me, along with a forge. And so that forge is going to be really nice when it comes to those upgrades, because upgrades are so important in PvP matchups. I also like this decision that oLiM has made to keep an observer back in his base as well, because you never know if your opponent is going to try a few more drops or anything of that sort. It's a really nice conservative play that doesn't cost much, and I like that. Also, I like his decision to scout for that proxy pylon, find out where it is, be able to shut that down so you don't have that in the future, and force out no choice but a warp prism for future harassment. Now, with this warp prism, depending on whether or not oLiM is able to hold this, which I think he should be, because he's got an observer back. Yeah, he's got an observer in each base, being able to warp in or drop an overcharge with his mothership core. He should be able to shut down any Dark Templar shenanigans. However, oLiM going to be electing to go for a little bit of pressure of his own. 6 Stalkers out here, and these Stalkers could possibly, you know, take down a couple pylons, limit some of the supply of Welmu, because right now he is supply blocked, and taking down this pylon is, well, as I said, a couple other pylons finished, so there's that. But it still limits his supply nonetheless a little bit. It's a little bit annoying, costs him 100 minerals each time, so it's nothing horrible. Welmu should be able to push this away, though. The overcharge goes down, and yeah, with the Immortals there, with the Sentry 2, he pushes that away. Now, oLiM, what is he going to decide to do with this? And it is, yes, it's going to be just full-on Stalker pressure. Also, while he decides and elects to go for his 3rd base, which Welmu does see. His 3rd base a little bit behind Welmu. So I think Welmu is going to be a little bit further ahead in the economic game. But not only that, but because oLiM hasn't actually produced a lot of probes in a while. A drop going to be coming down here also with 4 Dark Templar. But just as that happens, a Photon Cannon finishes warping in. Can the Dark Templar shut it down? The probe's trying to body block, but no, they can't. But where's that observer? There it is. The observer just moseys on over and shuts that down. This is kind of dangerous, though, for oLiM. He hasn't gone much probe production in the last few minutes. He's actually 22 workers behind. If oLiM is going to stand a chance the longer this game goes, he has to do some type of damage, and he has to do it pretty much now. Because being this far behind in an economic game in a in a PvP can be quite devastating. If not just a complete GG, because you just get out macroed, you get out produced. oLiM's still doing a pretty good job holding his own, though, with the 3rd base going down. I'd like to see that probe production pick up to 3 at a time, because he definitely needs that. Now, one other thing that oLiM does have going for him as well, that I failed to mention, is the fact that he has disruptors. Disruptors are so powerful in a PvP, because yes, it takes 2 shots to take down Immortals, but they do so much damage to Immortals. They do so much damage to Archons. Disruptors just do so much damage to begin with. Now, Welmu also going for Templar Archives. So he's going to be going Archon and Immortal, it looks like. So it looks like it's going to be an Immortal Archon ball. Probably some Zealots in there, maybe a couple of Adepts, Stalkers, and what have you. But the predominant composition is going to be Immortal Archon. And I like this choice. Immortals and Archons hit really, really hard. But depending on how oLiM's Disruptor shots land, this could actually win oLiM the game, because Disruptors are very, very powerful. They do so much damage. They're a fantastic, fantastic unit. We'll see how that ultimately works out for him in a little bit. Both of them continue to just macro up a little bit. Welmu taking his 4th as well before oLiM. Also pushing away this Warp Prism Harass again. Was going to try and pick it off with these Stalkers, but the Stalkers were just a little bit late. I like his decision to go for the 4th base, because it means he's going to have better mineral income. That's what I was trying to say. Better mineral income is always good. It's always strong. Allows you to have the stronger production. And now, with oLiM getting a few more probes out, his production should be able to kick up a little bit as well. But at this point, Welmu is so far ahead because his economy was so much more powerful for about 2.5 minutes. And that allows him to be able to have better tech, a bigger army, and be able to get a more critical size count of units. A lot of it's going to come down, if oLiM's going to be able to survive this push when it comes, because it will come, is based on whether or not these disruptors are going to be able to land their shots. Also going for Dark Shrine as well, most likely going to be for Archon. These disruptors have to land absolutely money shots. These are the key units for oLiM, and he has to keep them alive. Also going to put down his 4th base as well. Once again, both of them just electing that macro up for a little bit. Keep tabs on each other. See where each other are and where they're expanding, where their army is. I like what they're both doing here. This is very smart play from both of them. Excuse me, sorry about that. We should see Welmu pushing out here in just a minute, though. A couple more gateways going down. Whoop, sorry about that. My mouse just kind of went on the fritz there. And this is just becoming a really, really scary ball of Stalkers and Immortals. And he's about to max out, too. At 192 supply, he is so far ahead. 66 workers to 66 workers, but like I said, because he was ahead in economy, this is going to be very difficult for oLiM to hold. And they should, I believe they're both at +2/+2. Sorry, +2/+0. No! Welmu has, sorry, oLiM has not gotten, yes, he did. I clicked on the wrong unit. I clicked on the Oracle. Okay, good. They are both at +2/+0. Ah, I almost scared myself there. +2 against +0. Oh, that would have been absolute and utter destruction for oLiM. All right, Welmu pushing out. I believe the Revelation was down just a minute ago, and hopefully this Oracle will be able to get it down again, just so we can keep tabs. Yes, okay, Revelation goes down, so oLiM does know that he's going to try and push for this 4th. oLiM moving his army down, and here we're gonna have an engagement here in just a second. A couple Archons morphing in, a couple DTs that don't morph into an Archon, but it should get shut down because I believe there is an observer with this army. Actually, no, it just morphs into an Archon. But unfortunately, he's going to die quick. All right, one disruption shot goes down. But great micro by Welmu with these War Prisms. Wow, that was fantastic. And now he's going to go ahead and... Well, it looked like he was going to attack the 3rd for a second. Try and flank around. Maybe... Okay, maybe just pulling back for right now. Just regather his army. Okay, looks like he's going to go ahead and push for another attack. It looks like he's going around. He is going to go for the 3rd? Yes, he's going to go ahead, wrap around. He's going to go for the 3rd base of oLiM, and here we go. oLiM going ahead and moving his armies over. The Revelation goes down once again, and here we go. Disruption shots go down. They whiff, but another couple disruption shots go down and take down a couple Immortals, and another one goes down and severely weakens 5 Immortals. What a disruption shot. And with those disruption shots, I believe oLiM should be able to hold this, despite how hard-hitting this is. But he should lose his 3rd. Yes, the 3rd is going to go down, but I think he's still going to live. I don't think this is going to be in. 2 more disruption shots go down. Great micro by Welmu. This is great play by both of them. Welmu just microing out of his mind. This is amazing play by Welmu. Holy cow. And unfortunately, with that 3rd base going down, a lot of probes were lost in that engagement. Rest in peace at about 13 minutes and 15 seconds. Oh, man. Welmu just playing fantastic. A couple more disruption shots go down. Once again, great micro, picking up those Archons, picking them up, and just keeping them alive. And oLiM going to try and... Yeah, he's just going to push him back. And, oh, he gets the Mothership Core, too. The recall does not finish out. That is a nice pickoff for oLiM. Wow. Good hold, but ultimately losing that 3rd base is a big annoyance, and he should end up rebuilding that here in a little bit. I would expect him to rebuild that soon. Welmu with a pretty large bank here, 1,300 minerals, and here we go. Excuse me, Welmu gonna have to defend this attack here at his 4th by oLiM, but he should be fine because his Archons are on the way over. Couple disruption shots gonna whiff, and oLiM seeing if there was a 5th base. The 5th base goes down, and he doesn't get a cancel off of it. 300 minerals for oLiM on that one. Nice pickoff, but he's going to have to make one heck of a stand here because Welmu's charging up. One disruption shot goes down and lands a good shot on 2 of those Archons. Disruptors just do so much damage and are such critical units in this. Oh, gets 2 more Archons and weakens 2 Immortals. These Disruptors landing great shots, taking down another Immortal and 2 Zealots. Oh my goodness, Welmu having a difficult time, but now oLiM has wasted all of his disruption shots, and the aggressive blink on top of these Immortals, and oLiM should be able to, excuse me, should be able to finish this off. He's going to try and get away. Recall goes down. Welmu back to his base. And, wow. This is just crazy play. Those Dark Templar coming in and really helping out the end of that engagement for oLiM. oLiM still has not rebuilt his third base. oLiM really needs to do that because right now he's long distance mining from this. So really right now he's kind of on a 1.5, maybe even 1 1/3 base economy because of the long distance mining. But with this base finishing up here, he should be able to get back up and running pretty quickly. A nice size probe transfer coming down, and at this point though I feel like his production is going to start lacking because of that lack of that third base. I wish oLiM would rebuild that and get his economy back up, because right now Welmu once again is ahead in that worker count. He's ahead in army supply as well. He's ahead in pretty much everything. And also working on his +1 shields as well. Welmu just on top of everything this match. Absolutely everything. And yes, these disruptors have been fantastic units in keeping Welmu at bay. But for how long can they actually go? Because at some point, Welmu really should be able to have just an overwhelming force to shut this down. And Welmu going to be trying to take down this the 4th base of oLiM here. And he should be able to get a couple good shots off. Doesn't actually get much damage on the Nexus. Right now just kind of trading away shots. And Welmu will take this any day of the week, really. He'll take away army for army because he has a better production now. oLiM really needs to step up in the economy game. Otherwise, this is really going to start hurting him in the next couple minutes. This production, though, for Welmu is just... his army hits so incredibly hard. And with +1 armor done, +1 shields about to finish for his Archons, this is going to spell ultimate doom for oLiM if he doesn't do anything about it. Once again, these disruptors are what are really keeping him in the game, and great micro from them. Really fantastic shooting from these disruptors against Welmu, and they're both playing fantastic. This is a really good match. All right, Welmu once again just electing to go ahead and macro up a little bit, get ready to attack, and it looks like that's what he's wanting to do, pushing out. And the armies are going to meet out here and just kind of dance back and forth a little bit. Couple disruption shots are going to whiff. 2 more whiff as well. The 4th one just barely misses the Immortals. And now Welmu can pretty much push in as soon as the Photon Overcharge drops away, and as soon as... actually, no, he's just going to go ahead and pull back now. Is he going to possibly wrap around for the 4th? Maybe. He might end up doing that. Also, it looks like some Zealots moving on over to the side, possibly going to go into the main base and start shutting down the production of oLiM. Welmu's sitting in a fantastic position, up by 9 workers right now. Once again, oLiM still hasn't rebuilt that base. Still long distance mining. I wish he would rebuild that base. Yeah, oh, and that's exactly what he's doing. Welmu with his Zealots going to go ahead and move on in to the base of oLiM, shut down one of the robotics facilities and a gateway in one shot. And he's going to have a difficult time dealing with this. And with that Dark Templar warping in, there's already... yeah, there's an observer already here. These Zealots are going to be able to shut it down. I don't know what oLiM can do at this point. He has to attack, and I think he realizes this. He's going to charge up the ramp. The disruption shots should be going down. Where are they? No disruption novas right now from oLiM. And the disruptors are getting really low on health. One goes down. Second one about to go down as well. 2 have already died. The 3rd one dies. And now oLiM really has nothing to deal with this. The Zealots still pushing through on in and taking down the production of oLiM even more. And Welmu is just going to go for the jugular. The Archon's taking so much damage, but these Immortals behind it are just beginning to shred these Stalkers. And Welmu just powering forward, going to be taking it down. There it is, GG by oLiM. What a play by Welmu. Holy cow. That was so good. He just kept chipping away, and oLiM ultimately not able to recover from that. But wow, what a match. What a match. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you liked what you saw, please remember to hit that subscribe button down below. Please remember to follow me on Facebook, Twitch, and on Twitter as well. Please also remember to check out EnochProductions.com. He turns out some fantastic music. Great music. Also, I failed to mention at the beginning of this is a match that I found on lotv.spawningtool.com. Go check them out. They got some really good stuff. Even like metagame analysis. So what kind of plays have happened in the last, I don't know, 300 matches? What have people decided to do? It's a really great tool for analyzing the current meta of the game. Also for being able to get some great StarCraft in and being able to watch some good matches like this one. This one was absolutely fantastic and a joy to cast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.